Well, I said this a couple months ago. I already consider myself retired. I know I mean like subbing and all that, but I'm not playing the YouTube game like I used to do. I'm just doing it for fun.
It was clips and statements like the one just shown that began to give PewDiePie's audience and other YouTubers the idea that perhaps PewDiePie was no longer taking his YouTube journey as seriously as he once was.
PewDiePie right now shaking in his boots.
He's kind of just like not trying super hard. I mean, I still enjoy the videos, but they're, you know, like he's pretty checked out.
He also doesn't give a
Exactly.
He's coasting.
Why would he?
Articles such as PewDiePie receives support as he takes break from streaming to deal with exhaustion, alongside the precedent of his wife quitting YouTube in combination with his recent 1-month hiatus, creates a question that should be incredibly interesting to investigate. Has PewDiePie lost the motivation?
You know, it's crazy dumb. That's crazy dumb. There will probably be never another YouTuber who has been through the test of time, right? And who will have seen more metas than he did and survived more than he did. Ever. I mean ever. Nobody will ever have survived more than he did.
For YouTube, while his
not even close either. It's not even close. By a massive margin.
Could definitely be wrong. For example, perhaps he's made a deliberate shift in his personality and branding to give his content more of a relaxed feeling, and if that is the case, there are many comments to suggest that it might even be working. We're going to investigate the timeline of PewDiePie's motivation, the events which may have given him a boost in inspiration and drive, alongside the discussion of events which may have done the opposite, both of which to be interwoven with how his life has changed over the years so we can come to a logical and rational conclusion. PewDiePie began his channel in early 2010, and it'd be pretty safe to say that his initial motivation was running high. How can we be so sure? Well, it was a time when there really wasn't any incentive to start a channel besides passion, interest, and curiosity. YouTubers weren't starting channels in 2010 with the hopes of securing a massive monthly paycheck. They were doing it because there was some bizarre, unexplainable drive to be a part of this new up-and-coming platform.
I've been wanting to make videos for YouTube for so freaking long. I have really no idea where I got the idea from.
PewDiePie embodied this completely. He was enthusiastic and passionate about making the content in the early days of his channel, bolstered by a partnership with Machinima.
I am now a YouTube partner through Machinima, which is great news. It's fantastic.
And various public appearances.
I will be interviewed by a radio station called Nordestral Radio.
As a whole, PewDiePie was clearly enjoying the grind.
I've been growing a lot on YouTube lately, and it's great, of course. Thank you for 25,000 subscribers.
As mentioned, PewDiePie had passed 25,000 subscribers around a year and a half
after
first beginning his channel, which would have without a doubt been adding to his motivation to create content, as he could clearly see that there was a new audience waiting for his next upload. Additionally, at 25,000 subscribers, PewDiePie was at a low enough level in order to set himself some meaningful, achievable growth goals. 50,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, even 200,000 subscribers were all easily achievable, as long as he kept uploading videos for his ever-increasing audience.
100,000 subscribers, bros. Whatever you want to call it, I am proud of you, bros.
Assisting him in achieving these goals was also the wide range of games available to play at the time. Felix uploaded Crysis, Call of Duty, and Portal. However, it would be with a wide variety of horror and jump scare style games such as Amnesia that PewDiePie would experience unimaginable levels of growth. 6 months after hitting 100,000 subscribers, Felix was at 1 million, and 12 months after that, in July 2013, he was at 10 million, making him the second channel ever to complete the milestone after Smosh had hit 10 million 2 months beforehand. PewDiePie was clearly a goal setter, not only because he would have never made it to 10 million subscribers if he wasn't, but also because he discussed it in a Q&A at a later date.
Set goals for yourself. Every day I'm gonna do this, and this, and then I can do whatever.
The obvious link to be found here is that there can be great pleasure derived from achieving these YouTube-related goals. There's little that's more motivating than seeing yourself progress.
Let me see what he looks like again. Bro, he looks like he could wear like a hat and like a cigarette, dude, and he'd be like a badass cowboy, you know?
This and this, and then I can do whatever.
The obvious link to be found here is that there can be great pleasure derived from achieving these YouTube-related goals. There's little that's more motivating than seeing yourself progress in a difficult area. This is only speculation, but while PewDiePie always appeared relaxed and was almost always messing around and memeing on screen, his actions and work ethic seem to indicate that he was the kind of guy who liked the competitive aspect of YouTube. Now again, we could be wrong. Maybe he really was just a super relaxed guy who kind of accidentally walked into becoming the second creator ever to hit 10 million subscribers, but that would be basically impossible without some kind kind of underlying competitive drive. Now, it seems pretty obvious that PewDiePie
Company
isn't
with
this
yourself,
ruthless
for
conqueror
sure.
who would wake up every morning with a single goal of crushing his competitors.
Love you
However,
and
it would
chat.
probably be
Thanks for
naive
the
to say that he wasn't
entertainment,
deriving
my
at
dude.
least a little bit of motivation by passing
man?
or beating these other incredibly large creators, such as Ray William Johnson,
Oh,
Smosh,
damn,
and
he
Higa.
ran
However,
that
there's
shit.
another problem with that theory. It would
Equals
imply that
3.
upon becoming the #1 most subscribed creator on YouTube, he'd slow down, stop uploading, or lose motivation, which isn't what happened. After overtaking Smosh to become the platform's most subscribed in August 2013, PewDiePie would go on to hit 20, 30, 40, then 50 million subscribers in 2016.
Part of me is like, you know, it's just a number. Really, all I care about is that you guys watch my videos, and that's what really matters. But at the same time, 50 million!
PewDiePie celebrated
There's a humor, less clueless, context, less gender. Bro, why are you so mauled? Look, dude, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Oh my god, he's so mauled. Bro, why is this guy so mad? He's mad about everything, man. Chill out, my brother.
celebration of 50 million subscribers is interesting for a few different reasons. Firstly, it's pretty good evidence for the previous point being that PewDiePie often remains composed and humble about the size of his channel, yet still clearly loves crushing milestones in the same way that almost every other YouTuber does. Secondly, his reaction and attitude at the time of achieving 50 million subscribers seems to indicate that he was still very driven to grow, despite being over 20 million subscribers in front of YouTube's second most subscribed, showing that his main motivation couldn't have been the simple desire to pass other large creators. So if what was keeping him going wasn't the desire to overtake other YouTubers, then what was it? Well, perhaps this image of being YouTube's most subscribed creator had become so deeply ingrained within Felix's identity that keeping such a position was a strong enough goal for him to carry on making new videos. Additionally, PewDiePie's environment and surroundings were optimized for the work. He was making videos every day alongside his girlfriend Marzia, who'd been making her own content, highlighted in this viral clip where PewDiePie can be heard recording his own video at the same time as Marzia.
We're gonna hear Felix in this video. I apologize about that.
Finally, PewDiePie would have without a doubt
This
identified
guy.
that if he was able to reach 50 million subscribers, 100 million
Did he
was
say soy
certainly
boy, or is
possible,
that it?
providing him with yet another milestone to strive toward, as long as another channel didn't get in the way. By late 2018, PewDiePie had held the title of YouTube's most subscribed channel for 5.5 years. However, a group by the name of T-Series was gaining on PewDiePie at an unbelievable rate. The group had gone from 15 million subscribers to 50 million in a year and a half, and were on track to overtake PewDiePie by October 2018. PewDiePie will lose his crown as YouTube's biggest star next week, thanks to India's obsession with Bollywood. Articles such as this one highlighted how close PewDiePie was to being dethroned, however, he wasn't going to go down without a fight. On the 6th of October 2018, PewDiePie would upload a diss track titled
actual
Bitch
good
Lasagna,
song,
in which
though.
he would rap about why he didn't like T-Series, simultaneously claiming that he would figure out a way to stay on top. The video generated otherworldly levels of discussion in the community, prompting a video from Mr. Beast titled I Bought Every Billboard in My City for This, in which he would attempt to increase PewDiePie's subscriber count through public advertising.
T-Series is growing 4 times faster than PewDiePie, and if I don't do anything, PewDiePie won't be the #1 most subscribed to YouTuber in the world.
While the video was clearly a bit of a meme, the amount of publicity it provided to PewDiePie gave him
That's
a fighting
pretty
chance
crazy,
against
actually.
T-Series. Other creators like Logan Paul, KSI, and Dan TDM also got involved to do
Match found. Pro Dick Rider. I think that's what something we call a mutual beneficial transaction.
I
their
hope you
part,
had
and
fun
soon
being
PewDiePie's daily
driving
subscriber
around in
count
the
graph was
McLaren
looking
last
like
weekend.
this. T-Series would ultimately go on to win the battle, after Felix ended the competition from his end.
I think it's time to end the subscribe to PewDiePie movement or meme.
However, in the 6 months during which the meme had been active, PewDiePie went from 66 million to 94 million subscribers, equivalent to an average gain of around 4.5 million subscribers per month, or 150,000 subscribers per day. Sure, he'd lost the battle, but he was still in a substantially better position than before, and most notably only 6 million subscribers away from being the first ever YouTube personality to hit the whopping milestone of 100 million subscribers. In the 5 months that followed, PewDiePie seemed to be having the time of his life. He'd single-handedly revived YouTube's Minecraft genre with his unbelievably successful comeback, interwoven with meme review episodes hosted by notable celebrities such as Dr. Phil, all while he'd been planning his wedding and honeymoon with Marzia, which he would of course vlog and upload to his YouTube channel. 5 months after ending the subscribe to PewDiePie meme, the man himself would hit the biggest milestone ever achieved by a solo creator, 100 million subscribers.
Ta-da! PewDiePie, congratulations on passing 100 million subscribers.
PewDiePie was on top of the
Dude,
world.
I'm gonna keep it.
However,
I'm gonna
less
keep it
than
a buck.
year later, he will make
Dude,
an announcement that will both.
Dude, the ad rev that he made them over his entire career must be fucking dank insane. to get this for like 100 mil is so lame. Man.
Puzzle
It's
and
so
shock his
fucking dog
audience.
shit. Just get him like a fucking like an iced out, fucking decked out rock or some shit. I don't know.
In a more low pace. I'm sorry. That means I am not uploading as frequent as I am, but I just decided I'm retired. Yeah.
It's almost impossible to ignore the fact that PewDiePie's retirement had come about
broke.
only a year after hitting the 100 million subscriber milestone. We mentioned earlier that PewDiePie was a very goal-focused individual, and it seems pretty obvious that part of this retirement and possible loss in motivation for YouTube had come about because in terms of channel growth, it would have been incredibly difficult to figure out where to go from 100 million subs. At 100,000, it's reasonable to say that you want to get to a million. At a million, it's a bit crazier, but still understandable to say that you want to get to 10 million. At 10 million, getting to 100 million is ludicrous, but not impossible. However, at 100 million, where are you going to go? 1 billion subscribers? It's a pie high in
You go for content. Go for content. At that point, you just do it. At that point, you do what the fuck you want.
the sky goal even for a rapidly expanding channel like T-Series.
They won one fight that the guy DC'd in.
1 billion subs in 2020.
He literally wasn't moving.
Over 6 years from now. In that same Q&A where PewDiePie had announced his retirement, he was asked about his long-term personal goals, to which he responded music.
Do you have any long-term goals? Yeah, speaking of which, music.
Further supporting the fact that perhaps YouTube-related goals now felt unachievable or possibly even meaningless. In addition to this point, PewDiePie had also dropped back from daily uploading and began to incorporate rest days, which he would also be asked about in the Q&A, to which he seemed to imply that it was because he was no longer enjoying YouTube as much as he once was.
Are you enjoying YouTube more since you decided to take rest days instead of everyday uploads? I don't know if I particularly like YouTube more, but I like my life more. I enjoyed uploading every single day and working every single day because I was enjoying YouTube so much, but I realized it's just not a healthy way to live.
Another possible issue and motivational drain associated with being at the top was that he no longer had anyone meaningful to compete against. PewDiePie maintained the opinion that it wasn't his goal.
I feel like I agree a lot with what this guy says in his videos. I think there's maybe a small oversight. I feel like he wasn't really competing with anybody for most of his career. He was competing with like people most of his time, but a lot of times, for most of his career, I think he was competing with himself.
I love Overwatch, let's go.
Which is a little bit of a deeper thing than competing with other people.
Or to crush his enemies.
Crazy how much I've been through in my life from the time I started watching you to now.
Oh, man,
Thank you for helping us get through a lot of shit. You're the best. We love you, xQc.
Thanks to the 50 corns, man. Man. Big love. You didn't know anything, man.
Even going so far as to state that he didn't want his 100 million subscriber milestone to be the result of beating another channel.
I don't want hitting 100 million subscribers to be about beating another channel.
However, the reality was that so much of his growth had come about from competition associated with holding his crown of YouTube's most subscribed channel. So after losing the title of
xQcl.
I know we all get caught in milestones as people, because that's what kind of what we do as people, is that we set like certain goals that have a certain value next to them or whatever. We like, as I feel like as everybody does this, we like to set certain amounts and certain numbers for certain things as the milestone that we could do, right? But when you think about it inherently, subscriber count compared to current success with what you do is like, it's not even close to, in value from one to the other. Like where subscriber count is kind of like, oh, cool. But if you think about it, the quality of your uploads as you do them right now is much more important. That's what matters the most. That's the only thing that matters. It's why I feel like sometimes, like I'll have like one bad stream and I'll be like, you know, dude, this is trash. This is just garbage.
Series, he might have been left with a
feeling
of, oh well, I'm not going to beat T-Series, so I might as well take my foot off the gas for a bit and relax now that I have the opportunity. This way of thinking is also without a doubt the reason for his decision to take January off every year for the last 3 years, beginning in 2020, just 3 months after hitting 100 million subscribers.
I broke my 10-year streak of daily uploads to go on a 1 month break.
However, another thing that's without a doubt influenced PewDiePie's choice to take a month off at the beginning of every year is the change in his life circumstances. PewDiePie's goals and priorities have likely shifted dramatically since he first began the channel as a 20-year-old college student.
I wish he was the person he was 5
Yo,
years ago.
xQc,
Okay.
big fan. Been watching since 2019.
Like what?
And I just want to say, you make some good content. Yum stream soon. You get it.
True. Yes. 100%. Thanks for 30% on you, crazy man.
Married now, which raises the question about a potential family, and within this potential family, Marzia herself is no longer creating videos. She quit back in 2018 to start 2 brands called My Accents and Suki Market, both of which have seen what appears to be a decent level of success. The second brand, Suki Market, states on its Instagram to have been created and designed by Felix and Marzia, perhaps showing PewDiePie that he'd have no problem finding success in a business outside of YouTube, lowering his motivation to stay on the platform as a video creator. However, the more interesting thing to investigate is whether or not PewDiePie's retirement has actually been a negative thing. Because if you look at the comment section in any video during which PewDiePie has mentioned his retirement, there's nothing but overwhelming support. Wanting to retire is truly understandable. Felix worked hard. I think all of us will terribly miss him once he's retired. I don't watch all his videos, but the ones I watch, I truly enjoy. I also love his presence on the platform. It'll be a bleak day once he no longer uploads. It kills me to hear him say I'm already retired, and knowing Pewds might stop in a couple of years, but it makes me so happy to be there and be part of the journey he had for more than a decade. Felix, when you retire permanently, just know that you made all of our childhoods the best we could have asked for. Actually, I feel like since he's retired, his content has been better. He seems more genuine, almost like he's doing it for fun. This last comment is super important and accurate, especially the part about being more genuine. There's been a clear shift on the PewDiePie channel to include more videos that have been made because you can tell Felix actually wants to make them. Book reviews, the discussion of life's difficulties, calling out influencers for steroid usage. Over the long run, Felix choosing to discuss the things that he's genuinely passionate about may actually result in an overall audience increase, even if they get fewer views in the short term.
I'd like to make more serious videos. I've been doing a lot of just reacting stuff lately. But even though people say they like them, they don't generally do well. So if it was all I did, it wouldn't really work.
However, this clip could also be applied to the comments stating that they enjoy his content more since he's decided to retire. Just because people are putting it in the comments doesn't necessarily mean that it reflects in the data. While PewDiePie's monthly viewership remains...
People are gonna go in the comments and they're gonna go like, oh, motherfucker, I fell off. Motherfucker, fucking retired, bro. Motherfucker retired. Hey man, listen. I hate to say this again because it's gonna make you a little too aware, okay? But I don't know what the fuck old he is, like 30 years old, 30, okay, he retired at like 30 something, right? Like, rich like crazy, having been at the top of his craft, doing whatever he wants and has the freedom to do literally anything he wants, anywhere in the world. That's something that like almost nobody will ever be able to have. Or in the general scheme of things, in general scheme of things, a lot of people, he's 39?
Yeah.
Huh? Pushing 40! Oh, hell nah!
Yo, this is X on the beat, yo. Okay.
My voice as well.
That S. Anyone knows that boy? I don't know, he's just so soy. Anyone knows that boy? I don't know, he's just so soy.